There is a reality most men feel but rarely admit. No matter how much effort you put in, whether you try to impress her, show interest, or prove your worth, there often comes a moment when something shifts. Her replies slow down. Her attention fades. Or she creates distance without explanation. And here is the truth. Most of the time it is not because you did something wrong. It is because you unknowingly violated invisible rules that govern female attraction. Rules that operate far below conscious thought. Rules rooted in instinct and evolution. Female attraction responds first to stability, emotional control, and the direction of a man's life, not to compliments, charm, or effort. Yet many men believe that being kind, consistent, and attentive is what creates attraction. They think more effort equals more desire. But attraction does not work on logic, it works on energy. Women sense confidence, presence, and emotional strength long before they notice words or gestures. This is where most men fail. They try to convince her with explanations, attention, and effort. But female attraction does not respond to persuasion. It reacts to presence, composure, and resilience. When you understand this, you stop chasing her reactions and start influencing how she feels around you without trying. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. True influence never comes from trying to be liked. It comes from perception, timing, and presence. Strength is noticed silently, felt instinctively, even when it cannot be explained. In this video, you will uncover 3 powerful truths about female nature that will completely change how women see you and how you understand them. Secret 1. The power of unseen presence. From the very moment a woman notices you, an impression begins forming. This happens instantly, before you speak, before you act, before you try. It is not a conscious decision, it is automatic. She is not measuring your jokes, your clever lines, or your attempts to impress. She is sensing your energy, your confidence, your inner stability. These early impressions are invisible, but they are decisive. They shape how she perceives you from the beginning. Most men misunderstand this completely. They believe attraction is created by being charming, giving compliments, or showing intelligence. So they over-explain themselves, they respond too quickly, they try too hard to secure approval. Every one of these behaviors, even when subtle, signals insecurity. What she notices is not what you say, but the emotional state behind your behavior. If your tone, body language, or reactions suggest that you need validation, she senses it immediately. Instinctively, she registers you as lacking composure, and attraction weakens. This is why presence matters more than words. The way you carry yourself, your posture, your calmness, and how you occupy space all communicate power. When you move without rushing, speak without urgency, and exist without seeking attention, you signal independence and self-sufficiency. You communicate that you live in your own world and do not rely on her approval to feel complete. This triggers curiosity. Humans are drawn to what they cannot predict or control. Calm, grounded presence creates that effect naturally. At the core of this is emotional neutrality. Emotional neutrality does not mean being cold or distant. It means full control over your inner state. No impulsive reactions, no emotional chasing, no need to prove yourself. You observe first, you respond deliberately. Every pause you allow, every reaction you resist, and every moment you remain composed reinforces the impression of strength. Take texting as an example. When she takes longer to reply, many men feel anxiety. They send follow-up messages, they explain themselves, they apologize for things that were never a problem. These behaviors communicate urgency and dependence. But when you remain patient and grounded, you send a different signal. You show that your life does not pause for her attention, that you are centered in your own direction. This subtle stability creates attraction effortlessly. The same applies in face-to-face interactions. Many men fear silence. They fill every gap with words, jokes, or explanations, afraid that silence will kill interest. In reality, silence is power. Strategic pauses, calm responses, and measured speech allow your presence to dominate the interaction. The less you feel the need to perform, the stronger your emotional authority becomes. She senses that you are not trying to earn her approval. That alone draws her attention. Your body language reinforces this further. Posture, breathing, and movement speak louder than words. Standing tall, breathing steadily, moving calmly, and maintaining relaxed eye contact communicate control and confidence. Nervous movements, fidgeting, forced smiles, and restless energy reveal inner instability, no matter how confident your words sound. Women are not consciously analyzing these signals, their instincts are. Evolution trained them to detect emotional strength, reliability, and composure instantly. This is why men often feel confused when a woman loses interest suddenly. The decision was made unconsciously in moments before logic or conversation ever played a role. Mastering this power requires discipline. You train calm under pressure. You control your reactions. You speak with intention. You let silence exist. You stop overperforming. Each small improvement in presence compounds. A man who understands this no longer competes for attention or seeks approval. His presence communicates value quietly. Women feel it before they can explain it. When you master this principle, you shift from being reactive to being influential. Your presence itself becomes a signal of strength, stability, and confidence. This is self-mastery. You cannot control her reactions, but you can control how you show up. And when you do, attraction forms naturally. You stop worrying about saying the right words. You stop performing. You become magnetic simply by how you exist. This is the foundation of attraction. Invisible, instinctive, and powerful. Secret 2. How women test a man's emotional strength. Women have subtle, instinctive ways of assessing a man long before attraction becomes conscious. They run quiet tests to see if he is emotionally steady and grounded. Reliable. These tests are rarely obvious. They do not appear as open arguments or direct confrontations. Instead, they show up in small, everyday moments. A teasing comment, a playful challenge, a brief pause, a subtle provocation. Women instinctively watch these moments to see one thing. Can this man remain calm under pressure, or does he react emotionally? Most men fail these tests without realizing it. When faced with a minor challenge, they overreact. They rush to explain themselves, justify their behavior, or defend their words. Even if their logic makes sense, the signal beneath it is clear. Insecurity, emotional dependence, or inner instability. Women pick up on this instantly, not consciously but instinctively. She may not think he is insecure, but her attraction begins to fade all the same. The secret to passing these tests is simple: composure. Emotional composure is not just staying calm, it is the ability to observe without reacting immediately, to respond deliberately, to project quiet strength without needing to prove anything. When a woman tests you, it is not a trap, it is an opportunity. How you respond matters far more than what she says. Every small test is a chance to show that you are grounded, steady, and in control of yourself. To apply this effectively, focus on 3 things: your voice, your body language, and your responses. Your voice should be calm, steady, and intentional. Speak slowly, clearly, without rushing. Avoid filling silence or over-explaining. A measured voice communicates confidence and emotional strength without effort. Your body language must reflect inner control. Sit or stand in a relaxed but confident posture. Chest open, shoulders back. Movements smooth and unhurried. Small signs like fidgeting, darting eyes, or nervous smiles reveal insecurity instantly. A neutral, steady expression signals self-control and strength. Your responses should be concise and confident. Sometimes light humor works best. A calm, playful reaction to a minor provocation shows that you are not easily shaken. Avoid defending yourself unnecessarily. Every extra word weakens your position. For example, if she teases you about your clothing or a small mistake, most men feel the urge to explain or apologize. A relaxed, light response shows control. She notices that you do not crumble under pressure, and attraction increases. Another common test is delayed communication. When she takes time to reply, many men panic. They overthink. They send follow-up messages to fix the situation. This signals neediness. A man who stays calm, continues his life, and responds thoughtfully when appropriate demonstrates stability and self-possession. These traits are instinctively attractive. These tests are rooted in evolution. Historically, women needed men who could remain calm during stress. Men who were reliable, protective, and capable under pressure. Emotional instability signals risk. Impulsive reactions, unnecessary arguments, or constant approval-seeking signal unpredictability. Women's subtle tests measure exactly this. The goal is calm authority, not dominance, not control, quiet strength, neutral expression, slow speech, confident posture. These create a sense of stability and safety. This balance between calm confidence and light challenge naturally creates attraction. This practice should extend beyond dating. Every interaction in daily life is training. The more you stay composed during small provocations, the more natural emotional control becomes. You stop overreacting and your energy begins to communicate that you are unshakable. Secret 2 is about understanding these instinctive tests and responding in a way that demonstrates reliability, confidence, and inner strength. These tests are not designed to trap you. They are nature's way of identifying men who can handle pressure. When you respond calmly, lightly, and deliberately, you signal emotional resilience and self-mastery. Women feel this instinctively, even if they cannot explain it. Once you consistently remain composed under these subtle tests, you stop being just another man. You become reliable, grounded, magnetic, and naturally attractive. Secret 3. Why women are drawn to men who are always growing. Women are instinctively attracted to men who are moving forward in life. Men who are evolving, learning, and building something meaningful. From the very first moment, a woman senses whether a man is progressing or standing still. From the very first interaction, a woman can sense whether a man has his own life, direction, and purpose, or whether he is waiting for her approval, reacting to her decisions, and revolving around her world. It does not matter how intelligent, charming, or kind a man is. If he shows hesitation, passivity, or a lack of direction, his value drops instantly in her perception. True attraction is not about what you already have. It is about where you are going and the energy you carry while moving forward. Growth does not mean controlling others or trying to dominate. It means having purpose, direction, and momentum. It means making decisions, taking initiative, and leading in everyday situations without aggression. Simple actions communicate this clearly: choosing where to go, giving your opinion without hesitation, planning small details, taking responsibility for decisions. These behaviors signal that you are a man with direction. When done consistently, these actions show that you are building something bigger than momentary comfort or survival. Women sense this instinctively. A man who is passive, reactive, or constantly waiting for validation appears smaller and less attractive. A man with focus, forward motion, and inner drive is naturally magnetic. She does not need an explanation, she feels it. The most attractive men are not perfect or fully accomplished. They are evolving, they are learning, creating, and expanding their lives. This energy is powerful because it suggests that life with them will be dynamic, purposeful, and meaningful. Women are wired to respond to growth. They are drawn to men who move towards something bigger, not men who wait for life or others to define them. Forward movement also signals independence. A man who builds his own path does not depend on a woman's attention or approval. This independence creates balance. She feels drawn to him naturally, not pressured, not chased. Even if a man's goals are still small or unfinished, clarity and direction matter more than status or wealth. Momentum matters more than achievement. Women can feel whether a man is growing, learning, and investing in himself. Even small, consistent progress communicates strength, capability, and life energy. To embody this principle, focus on your own development. Build goals, learn skills, create routines, improve steadily. Share progress naturally without bragging. Small, consistent actions speak louder than words. This forward motion also changes how interactions feel. A man who leads his own life sets the rhythm in relationships. He does not react to every emotion or situation. He guides interactions calmly and naturally. This creates a sense of stability, confidence, and quiet authority. Ultimately, women are drawn to men who are building themselves, moving forward, and creating momentum. When a man embraces this, he stops seeking validation. His purpose, energy, and growth attract women effortlessly. He becomes noticed, remembered, and desired, not because he tries, but because he is evolving. A man who masters this secret does not chase, impress, or compete. He exists as a force in motion, and women are naturally drawn to his presence. Growth, competence, and future potential speak louder than charm or words. This silent energy is the real driver of attraction. Machiavelli taught that real influence never comes from trying hard, being charming, or using clever words. True power comes from understanding the hidden rules that govern human behavior. In attraction, women respond instinctively. They notice energy, confidence, and stability long before words matter. Most men fail because they focus on surface actions, compliments, jokes, over-explaining, while real attraction is shaped by unconscious signals, emotional tests, and perception. The three principles are clear: silent presence, emotional stability under tests, and continuous personal growth. These are not tricks, they are signals of value. Knowledge alone is not enough. You must practice calm presence, self-control, and purposeful action daily. Stand tall, move deliberately, speak with intention. Resist emotional overreaction. Over time, these habits build quiet authority. Women feel it instinctively. Start applying these principles now. Master yourself. Master your energy. Master your presence. As you do, your confidence will grow, your interactions will sharpen, and your magnetic pull will become undeniable. Subscribe to this channel to uncover more hidden truths about influence, attraction, and human psychology. Do not just understand these principles, live them.